So hi and welcome to another video, and today we're going to be performing the Stage 3 GPW wireless mod that I've been talking about for a while. So who are these mods for? These mods are for people that want to reduce the weight of the GPW wireless, which is stock 80 grams. We're going to get it down below 60 grams there. It's also for people that want to change out the switches because they don't like the feel of it. We're going to put some Kailh Reds in it. You could do TTC Golds, you could do Japanese Omrons, whatever you want. Today we're going to be using Kailh Reds. This mod isn't for everybody, so tailor it as you wish. This video is going to give you all the information you need to mod it yourself or see what you're capable of doing here, what you want to make, what changes you want to do to your GPW wireless. If you're not confident in doing that, I do offer this service on beardedbob.com under the shop, and you can pick what options you would like there. Now, I'm also going to include in this an updated Stage 1, the standard Stage 2, and then we're going to go into the Stage 3. So I'll put some timestamps in the description if you wanted to skip straight to Stage 3. Otherwise, check out the entire video. This video is not going to show you how to take the mouse apart at the start. I've got a teardown video that will show you how to do that, so go and check that out before you do this if you want to take your mouse apart, or go and check it out after. All the links for everything like this will be in the description though. I'll also include all the tools that I'm going to use in this video, and anything else that you see here if you need to go back and reference it. If you're new to this channel, welcome, and you want to know what's different about this channel, well, when I'm doing reviews especially, this channel is going to provide you with all the data and statistics behind the tools of the gaming industry, giving you that competitive edge to outplay your rivals when you're playing things like Fortnite, Call of Duty, Rainbow Six Siege, whatever you're playing. So the video you're about to see is an edited version of the full live stream. This is a cut down one because it's about 4 hours long, so it's quite a long, lengthy video to get through. This one's going to keep it nice and short. So let's get into the mod. So usually the first bit I do is try and get as much as this out with just a pair of pliers. Sounds a bit brutal, but it's easier to drill once you pull that out. Weighed about 9.6 grams, and now it weighs 6.8 grams. That's pretty good weight reduction. And we've not even finished that yet. Now I've got to do the front and the sides. So once you've done that bit, let's have a look. Is there any more stuff you can remove from the Viper Ultimate to make it even lighter? Did you watch, Matt? Did you watch my Razer Viper weight reduction? If not, it'll be on my YouTube channel. Either end of play today, well, late tonight or tomorrow morning. Done a weight reduction on that. There's certainly a lot you can remove from the normal Razer Viper with the cable, and the Ultimate's pretty similar, so you can do the same kind of mods. Do you have this mod listed on eBay? There is one on eBay, mate, or you can go to that URL, which is a bit easier, and then you can customize exactly what you want, mate. Check out that URL, Matt. So once you've trimmed out this, I just trimmed the bottom down a little bit, as you saw, going back into the base or internally to stop it snagging the edges. So I'll weigh that so you get an idea of what kind of weight you're removing in case you don't want to do it. As you saw, that extra bit there took another ½ gram. We're going to go down this side next, and then we're going to take out this bit. But you don't go too much because you'll make the base a little bit too brittle, so be careful here about how much more you take out of it. Alright, so there's the next bit down. Try and keep it semi-tidy. My original, I guess you call it, prototype was a little bit more messy underneath, but this one's a little bit tidier. I mean, try and keep the bottom smooth as well, because you don't want it to catch on a cloth pad when you apply more pressure. If you put too much pressure onto it and you get some bend in the chassis, you roll on the base, the bottom will catch, so try and smooth out your edges as well. Again, you can take quite a bit of it, it's still fairly flexible. I keep supporting it with my hands because you don't want to snap it, but so that's most of the base done. That's all you're going to get out of the base pretty much here. There isn't much more. I tend to keep, and I tried to draw that one out but I've stopped, I tend to keep these little side bits in to give it a bit more rigidity, especially around here. I don't want to go too far there. I want to keep it looking semi-even. I mean, it's slightly off here because you don't want to take out that post, but I want to take out a little extra weight, but I'm trying to keep it a bit more symmetrical now. And that's it, that's the base. That's probably as much going to get out of the base without making it too weak. You can see we took quite a lot out of it there. Below 5 grams, so we've took nearly 4 grams out of that. That's quite a decent saving in the base there. Whether you want to do that, it's up to you, because it's pretty drastic. Obviously you can't RMA that now, right? Or we could try a Logitech, as we might do. I like the idea of sending them a troll version. Right, let's just tidy up this a little bit because now we get a lot of plastic everywhere. Let's piece it back together, see what weight we get right. Now for the battery mod, we need to solder down a few little bits. There's some 3D printing I've been messing with. I'm looking to do the Model O wireless mod next, but I just need a bit of time. I've printed the base now. So here's the batteries, right? You can get these, they're a 100 milliamp 3.7 volt battery. Standard one. What am I going to change it to? Nearly half the weight difference. They're about half the weight, so they're worth the mod. 50% reduction in weight. Everything's about piecing it together right. Every time we do a weight reduction, we add it all together. A little bit by bit, we get to take away more bits of the mouse as we go. So I cut it about here. I want to keep this length of the cable on this, but in case I want to go back to the stock, I also leave a little bit extra here. Left hand side is what we're taking out, apart from all the plastic that I've just binned, and the right hand side is what we're keeping. You can take the white cable out. You don't need the white one. You can just chop this. It will still work fine in Logitech software. So we're just going to strip these very gently. You're going to leave as much wire as you can. You could buy a new connector if you wanted. I need some better wire strippers. So my dad taught me this, old electrician. So once you twist the together, you need to get a soldering iron, just give it a bit of solder. If you're wondering how long these batteries last for when you've modded them, this one will last about 7 days. That lasts about 4 weeks. That's the comparison depending on how much you use it. I generally get a week's worth out of mine plus a gaming. This takes literally 15 minutes to charge, back up to 100%. So if it's ever going flat, you're about to game and it's going flat, you don't have to run on the cable very long. These things charge really fast, and it detects properly in the Logitech software as well. So. I'll put it back in the same spot. Will it affect the weight? People are going to ask me. Well, obviously we've reduced the weight a little bit and we'll find that by about half the weight, but I don't think you're going to notice 2 grams when you're throwing it around, given you're probably going to drop about 20 grams out of this mouse when we're finished tonight. Probably a little bit more, which is over 25%. So here we go, this is it now. So this has got what I call stage 1 mod, which means we've reduced the weight in the base, we've took some bits out, which is on the left hand side here. We've changed the battery to this newer lighter battery, and ignore the feet, we're putting hyperglides on it, just putting on for pure weight. It gives us basically the ability, but still turns on, see? $63 grams, alright, getting closer. So now we're going to change the switches. Kailh Red. On run. Ooh. The on run slightly light. 4.9 on run. Kailh. 5.6. So 0.1 of a gram heavier. Interesting. I never expected that. I don't like doing too much to the skeleton shell. I'm not going to cut the full rear off it. I'm going to cut this back piece off. But there's a dilemma here, right? I can cut the back piece off, which I'm probably going to do, and then we screw 2 in the side instead of 1 in the rear. Well, that's probably a bit more weight to save. Hey, Classy, how you doing, man? What's your favourite gaming mouse at the moment? GPW Wireless, my daily, all day long at the minute, man. That's what I prefer at the minute. It's weight reduced to 60 grams. Stage 1, it's got a stage 2 in it, I call it. So everything's done, apart from the shell drilled. It's got TCC golds in it, but I prefer the Kailh Reds. What do you reckon? It's probably half a gram. Optimistic, maybe. Okay, more than half a gram, 0.7. Okay. I have a G Pro and a Final mouse. I'm thinking of modding the G Pro tomorrow. What do you think? Definitely mod the G Pro, mate. It's insane once it's modded. It's an insane mouse anyway, but modded it's just unreal. That's why I use them. I love the modded one. So we've trimmed out quite a bit. The shell here, or skeleton shell, never seems to get too much weight imposed on it, so I won't worry too much. Just don't go too crazy with it. We took out quite a bit, so I think it was it 11 grams, 11.8 grams? Can't remember now, but let's see what it weighs. Took about 1.2 grams off it, so not massive weight reduction on it, which I didn't expect. I know it doesn't take too much out of it, but every bit counts, right? So a little bit more. It's all subtle changes here, right? Now we're going to weight reduce the buttons. A lot of drilling now. We're going to be drilling a lot, because then we've got to drill the shell. So these are generally about 3.6 to 3.7 grams in weight. Generally I take about 0.3 grams out of this, so I wouldn't expect too much. We'll see. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, not go too close, you don't go near the foot, and then 1, 2, probably get 5 holes in this, and I generally leave the centre bit undrilled, because that's generally where most people's fingers go. You can see it's a little bit rough still, which we'll tidy up in a sec, but that's probably as much as I would do it. Logitech's took quite a bit of a flexibility here. I reckon that might snap eventually from Logitech, but we'll see. But the button's still pretty strong. You know, a little bit closer to some of the edges. Just cut the edge there a little bit. And we've got to knock out some of these little bits of filings now. A bit of file on this one. Takes a little bit more delicate work. I don't just rush the mod. A lot of tips from people, like over the times I've been modding mice now, I've been adding into these, so thanks to you all for your help. It's not look a bit about practicality. So we've flipped it. It's not about making your setup look good, this is about getting the best out of your stuff. So got that a whole 0.2 grams, maybe a little bit more. But every bit's going to add up, right? Yeah, you can still buy a modded G Pro, mate. There's a link. Pick what customization you want. It's up to you. Can you get them on there? You have to just file that piece down, makes a difference. I will customize them to whatever spec you want. If it's not on there, let me know. You can always ask me and I'll probably do it, no problem. Next button then. This is all about making sure it's still nice though, not destroying it. Famous last words. I mean, we've all got a different idea of what destroying mice is, right? Obviously mine's a little bit different to most of yours. Right, I'll just mute the mic a minute so I don't deafen you all again. Was 3.7 grams. It's going to be about 3.4 maybe if we're lucky. A bit less, 3.5. Won't take too much out of them because they do tendency to snap the G Pro buttons. We're drilling so close to each other, how do you prevent the plastic from just cracking? They don't generally crack. You just got to make sure you leave enough space. I mean, make sure, I tend to leave like about 1 mil when you can. It's difficult to judge. You want to make sure you're not putting too much pressure on the shell as well. That's why I flick to the Dremel, because it's a little bit more quicker at drilling. But you got to be careful of things like if you put too much pressure on, you'll crack the shell if you apply like weird forces when you're drilling down. Drilling's tricky. It's time consuming and it's very tricky, and you'll save a little bit of weight obviously. But it comes down to you whether that's enough for you to save like weight.
Know what to say now. I need to hold on to. Take much more now. I can't hold on to everything. I don't know what to say now.
Let's have a look. I think the warning's out the window. No, mate, the Logitech still takes about no sweat, I'm sure. 403 weight reduction, definitely. Sack 13 on the coil. That's coming, man. Well, up to you, mate. It's not all about the right mod for you. Maybe not for you. Go for, is it Amorous? It's not for everyone, this mod, mate. how do you apply to the mouse, Bob? How do you mean, Mum? What, you want one? Or how do you apply, like, what I'm doing to it? Or what do you mean, mate? I'm still thinking about shepherd's pie, like, down and paint, right? Brown ale, man. Well, McDonald's. Hungry. Should feel smooth now, people. Right, we're ready now to piece it back together. I think I've got to tidy this bit of desk. Let me run downstairs and give us a bit of water. It's not the prettiest shell, but it's a little bit roughy there. You got to take off some of these lumps, right? Alright, let's see. Yeah, sorry, I'm sanding it. Yeah, I'm using an E-file sander here just to smooth it down because it gets quite rough when you drill it. And you don't want that to be rough on your hands, so kind of mess around with a bit of the coating. I'm going to wet it now and just see if it comes up a bit tidier. Could custom paint it, you're probably right. I probably should offer like a custom paint service or something like that, or paint some up. Take me another few hours to paint it and stuff. Modding your Zari tomorrow, nice mate. You put a power cord on it, or are you putting some switches in it and stuff? Right, back in a sec. I'm just going to wet this back in 1 second. If you get banned, I don't know if you get banned for lighter mouse. This is what it looks like now. Probably could do the custom paint job. Probably should look at doing some of that stuff. Just wet it. Try and get rid of some of the dust. That's what I do now, is picking off some of these extra bits, but it kind of gives me a bit extra grip. Like the GPO is quite like slippy anyway, so I don't mind getting some of the texture off it to make it a bit easier to grip. I'll give it a quick weigh in a sec. Yeah, this isn't about looks. This is about, if you want looks, you can keep my one. Let me show you my one. Great, bits on the feet. Be careful not to get too many bits here. There's my daily. You can see it's a little bit warm, but that's more about the looks, right? You compare them next to each other. Modded the base a bit more on this one because I found a better way of doing it. This is just about weight. All about the weight, this. Do I sell modded mice? I do, mate. Here you go. You can look at this link or go to beardedbob.com and there's a shop there. You can look at them. I can mod any mouse you want, but some of the ones there are the ones that I've done. Or you can just chat me and say what you want and we'll have a chat. Do you think newer devices will take over how we aim in games? What you mean, like game assist? What game bot aiming? I hope not, mate. Aiming should all be the ability of the player, right? It shouldn't be down to like aim assist like console players get. I hate that shit. Might be more VR stuff there, that'd be interesting to see. There's a lot of people chatting now. If I'm missing some of them, apologies. Can't keep up with that. And try and mod, you know what I'm saying? But I'll try and pick up some good ones. Thanks for all dropping by. Hope you've enjoyed this. We'll definitely do some more. Make sure you subscribe to Beardedbob. I'm streaming on all different platforms at the minute. So, thank you very much. Here we go. You ready? Place your weight guesses in the chat. Let's see what you guess. She's ready. Still turning on, man? Probably could have been a little bit tidier. Maybe should have left that and the logo a bit cleaner this time, but this is all about maximum weight. There won't be much, man. Won't be much to take out. 57. Oh, it's bored of 57, 58. Oh, baby. So that's it. That is a stage 3 modded G Pro wireless. You can pick any of the stages you want. You can mod every little piece that you like. That is your own personal preference here. I'm just showing you what's possible with the G Pro wireless. It's obviously quite a lot. I think it's got a lot of potential, this mouse, to be modded compared to the other ones that I've done. The entire process takes around 4 hours, maybe 3.5, including streaming to people here and showing you what's going on. So you have to put some serious time aside to do this mod. I'm going to continue to mod some mice. The next one's going to be, I think, the G403. Just wait for some bits for it. I'm going to get that one nicely modded. A lot of people have been asking for that, along with the G402, along with a load of other mice. The mini Viper reviews coming very soon as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon. Catch you later. Bye bye.